Was good. All right, so I just came across this video, right? And a lot of people, they were not happy about this. So apparently in this video, there's these two girls and they're in school, right? But apparently the teacher, she's kind of going in on them. And you want to know the reason why? Because they were speaking Spanish in class. Yeah, can you guys believe that? And the teacher was like genuinely hurt by this. I don't know why she would be hurt by this, but nah, she for real was like crashing out. Look, let me just show you the video so you guys can see for yourself.
I have both talked to you about speaking Spanish in my classroom, and now I'm the one that's being bad because I'm asking you to meet my expectations.
We didn't,
and
okay,
not.
but we didn't know that was a policy. You could have reminded
I
us.
have been talking to you about it since the beginning of school. Every time you talk in Spanish.
You just
But
say,
why?
you just tell us to stop talking.
Yes,
You don't
but
like.
why? Why do you think I do that?
What are they supposed to read your mind? What's she talking about?
We don't know.
That's
Okay,
why we're like,
two
what?
reasons. One, it's unfair to other people. You're speaking a language that half the people in the classroom can't speak. So it makes it seem like you guys are talking about them. Two, today I had a girl
What?
breaking down right in front of you guys. And you guys were giggling. And then you started speaking Spanish.
Who was breaking down? Because we don't focus on anyone but ourselves. If I'm talking Spanish to her because I know obviously no one else can understand me.
Yeah.
Okay, but why? Why do that? What is the point of that?
We always do it in
Of
ceramics
what?
and like
Yeah.
Okay,
like,
but
it's
I'm
just
not the
in,
teacher of
like,
ceramics. But I'm not the teacher of ceramics.
I know, but like
I'm
I'm
the
not ever
teacher of
saying
just-
anything bad in Spanish.
Yeah.
Like, we literally just speak Spanish like in
But
general.
that is my request. It has been my request.
Man, they should have hit it with the request denied.
So it's disrespectful when you don't do what I'm asking you to do.
Okay, well just like next time, cause like we
No,
just
no, no.
didn't
There's
know.
not going to be a next time.
So just because we speak Spanish, you're gonna automatically think we're talking about someone in the
No,
class.
and I understand some Spanish. So sometimes
Okay.
I do know what you guys are talking about.
We're never talking
Not
about
all
someone.
the time, and I can't pick it up nearly as quickly. But I do know some Spanish.
It's not like we're saying anything bad. So it's
That's not the point. The point is that I've asked you not to.
yeah, but we didn't know the reason. So we were
But
taking
you
it in
didn't
it. We
ask
were
me. Kimberly, you didn't ask me.
because I feel like that's
something.
something you should also tell us. You're the teacher. You're the adult. Why do we have to?
That's right. I am the adult.
Exactly.
And you are to do exactly what I tell you when it's in my classroom.
And
If
we-
I tell you not to speak Spanish, there's a reason. I don't have to give you a reason. You're supposed to do it. Now, moving forward, there will be absolutely no Spanish in my classroom.
Okay, there is a lot to unpack in this video. Okay, so first of all, this video got over 30 million views with over like 6 million likes. And look, I just gotta say, if the teacher thought that this was gonna get like swept under the rug, you know, I just gotta say that 30 million people in the world just saw this. Like, and shout out to the homegirl here for low-key recording, because you know that like POV, you know, when you're like, you got the phone, right? And then you kind of put it like this, so like it's like nonchalant, like nobody really knows that you're recording. She was doing that because she knew that this teacher was on some bullshit. Like, she was like, nah, this teacher's about to say something. She's been saying something to us this year. Let me about the phone skis and let me let everybody know what's going on with this teacher. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to tell somebody what happened in class, you know what I mean? Like, you could be like, yeah, school was okay, but other than Mrs. Brown yelling at me for speaking Spanish in class, but I mean, other than that, it was cool. Versus actually hearing what the teacher was saying while she was getting mad at you for speaking Spanish. You know, does that make sense or not? Like, now, in the beginning of the video, in this part right here,
And now, I'm the one that's being bad because I'm asking you to meet my expectations.
why is she low-key like gaslighting the students? Like, nah, no mames, lady. Like, you don't gotta be gaslighting the students like that. Like, come on, we know what you're doing. Like what is she talking about? I'm the bad one here. Like, lady, you're the one getting mad at Hispanic students speaking in Spanish in your class. So technically you are the bad one here. Like, oh, yo, this guy, I didn't see you there. Hey, did I just really pull up gritting? Okay, listen, I gotta tell you guys something, okay? So, like, I'm moving all my gaming videos onto this other channel right now. So, if you guys want to check that out, that'll be what's up, you know what I mean? It's right here. It's called Luisi. My name is Luisi, and this one's called Luisi, okay? You know, it's Luisi, you know, I don't know, it just sounds cool. That's why I did that, okay? But, yeah, I mean, if you guys want to check them out, that'll be what's up. I mean, I really appreciate it if you do, you know what I mean? Because if you guys are here for, like, my gaming videos, well, you guys can go check them out there. And if you guys are here for my commentary videos / skits, well, you guys can just stick around and stay here. But yeah, no, if you guys want to check them out, that'll be what's up. I mean, I just thought I'd let you know. Okay, now let me get on out of here. All right, so you guys can get back to this banger video. Okay, so I'll see you guys later. Bye. Okay, bye. I find it funny because there's a point in the video where she just like, I've been telling you guys like in the beginning of class not to speak Spanish and everything like that.
I have both talked to you about speaking Spanish in my classroom.
I just find that so funny because literally these girls could give two fucks, y'all. Like I'm not even gonna lie, they're chilling, right? And then like they know what this teacher is talking about. They know how she does not like them speaking Spanish in class, but they just do it anyway. You know, I love that. Ni modo, señora. It is what it is. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what this teacher looks like. Well, I mean, what am I talking about, bro? Of course, nobody knows what this teacher looks like. We all saw the same video. Okay, anyway, I don't know what this teacher looks like, but I do have a strong feeling. Like, I have the strongest feeling that she might be a Karen. I'm gonna be honest, no matter of fact, she is a Karen, you guys. Like, come on. Now, you can just tell by the tone of her voice that she's got a little Karen in her. Because there's only two types of people who would get mad at Hispanics speaking Spanish, okay? You got Karens, and then you got ICE agents. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. You know what I mean? You got ICE, you know what I'm saying? Like, so as a Mexican myself, do you guys want to know like a way to never get invited to a carne asada? And I'm talking about like, if you got invited once to never get invited back, you guys want to know what to do? You basically invite this teacher over to the carne asada. Yeah, no, basically like, if you don't want to get invited ever again, bring her over and see what happens. Can you imagine though if this actually happened though? Like imagine somebody actually brought this teacher to a carne asada. Like just imagine. Hey guys, so I actually invited somebody over. I hope that's okay. Claro que sí. Dile que hay tacos ahí atrás, okay? Hola señorita, me llamo Ricky. ¿Cómo estás?
Oh,
Señorita, is there a problem?
just give me 1 second, okay? Hey, Johnny, can I talk to you real quick?
Yeah, sure. Hold on, Ricky. I'll be right back. Hey, what's up?
Hey, so, I thought you said this was just gonna be like a small gathering with food, not a whole, like, quinceañera with a lot of people. Like, why are they all speaking Spanish?
I'm sorry, what?
Well, I mean, I don't feel comfortable with people speaking Spanish around me. I don't like that.
Shelly, you're out of carne asada, okay? People are gonna be speaking Spanish here, you know what I mean? It's like if you go to a football game or like a football watch party, and then I'm like, why is everybody speaking English? You know, like that doesn't make sense.
I know, but per my request, can you just tell everybody to like stop speaking Spanish?
Señora, request denied. Mira, allá está la puerta. Ahí nos vemos. See you later. Now hold on a damn minute. Hold the phone now, would ya? I just realized that there is literally proof in this video that she's in the wrong here. So in this part right here,
We always do it in ceramics and like
Yeah.
Okay, but
it's
I'm
just
not the
in,
teacher of
like,
ceramics.
they literally just said that their ceramics teacher could care less about them speaking in Spanish. So in my eyes, or at least in the Karen's eyes, I'm just gonna call her Karen. In Karen's eyes, this should be like a ding ding ding, like hello, what are you doing here? You know what I mean? Because if another teacher isn't bugged by this, why would I be bugged by this? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. The proof is in the pudding right there. Like, the ceramics teacher, he literally could care less, and she's the one actually throwing a fit at it. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. I really never took ceramics class, and I don't know why I keep looking over here. I don't know. I mean, you guys are probably like, why is somebody looking over here? Okay, look, I really never took ceramics class in high school because, well, I mean, it's not that I didn't want to. It's just because I had like other classes going on, you know what I mean? So I didn't have time for that. But I mean, I think it's chill. I think it's chill. But what I'm trying to say is that I think the ceramics teachers are literally like the cool kids in school, you know what I mean? Because you got the English teachers, you got the history teachers, you got the math teachers, and those teachers, they gotta lock the fuck in. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they gotta lock in because they're basically like teaching the generation the fundamentals of life. Basically, they're teaching them how to live life, if you know what I mean. But ceramics teachers, I mean, they're just kind of teaching them like some side hobbies, you know what I'm saying? Like they're just teaching them like little side quests they can do in life, you know, like, you know, making pots and shit, you know. Hey, but can you imagine how like the scenario was between the ceramics teacher and those students? Were like, just imagine. So class, just so you know, this bowl is a bit tricky to shape. And
no sé cómo hacer esto. ¿Me puedes ayudar?
Whoa, hold on there. It sounds like we got a little bit of culture in my classroom. What? You were speaking Spanish, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. Is that a problem?
Hell no, that's not a problem. Matter of fact, can you teach me some Spanish? Because listen, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you guys this, but look, I got a little crush on the Spanish teacher, so if you can teach me some vocabulary to maybe, I don't know, like say the right things, that'd be kind of nice. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. Well, mira, I'm kind of glad that you don't care that we speak Spanish in your class, because in Mrs. Brown's class, we actually got in trouble and she yelled at us.
Are you serious? Okay, you know what? Matter of fact, I'm not even surprised, okay? Because she has never liked anything to do with like Mexican culture or anything like that. Because, you know, okay, look, I don't know if I was to tell you guys this either, but like, I'm just gonna tell you guys anyways, because, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Mrs. Brown. But look, the reason why is because her husband left her for a Latina. Yep. Yeah, hey, but you didn't hear it from me though. You did not hear that from me.
Really?
Yeah, no, I'm being serious. Like, one time I offered her a quesadilla and she turned it down. Like, who's gonna turn down a quesadilla? No. It wasn't even a quesadilla. It was quesabiria.
What?
Like, how are we gonna turn down quesabiria? You know what I mean?
All right, so you're gonna teach me some Spanish, or should I hop on Duolingo?
Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I was in high school, like, I would speak Spanish in my classes, not all the time, but like every now and then, you know what I mean? Because in my high school, there was a bunch of Mexican kids there. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, our population was like half Mexican there, like puro Latino ahí, you know what I'm saying? Pura raza ahí. So it was kind of like normal to hear other students speak Spanish, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where these girls are at, and there wasn't really much context in the vid, but I mean, I can tell that where they're at, I mean, you know what? Maybe where they're at is not like a bad school or anything like that. It's just the teacher was low key on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, but look, I don't really know too much about them. But I'm just saying, like, for me, I didn't really I don't know. I didn't really have a problem with that because me and my homies would like talk to Spanish with each other. It would be pretty chill. You know what I mean? Like, teachers literally could care less. They heard us talking Spanish and they'd be like, whatever, man, like, fuck it, I don't even understand them, so how am I gonna budge in, you know what I mean? And to make things like a little bit different, there would be at least like 20 Hispanic, well, nah, 20's pushing it, what am I talking about? Nah, there would be like maybe like 10 at most Hispanic students in one of my classes. So if a teacher got beef, now is that right vocabulary? If a teacher did have beef with like us Hispanics speaking Spanish, I mean, it's just like what Drake said, like, what is this, a 20v1? You know, like a teacher's gonna have to like 20v1, like 20 Hispanics, you know, I can see this like a Jubilee title, 20 Hispanics versus one teacher. No, I'm just playing. Teachers literally like wouldn't really care, you know what I mean? Like, they were just kind of like, whatever, it is what it is. But I'm gonna go on like a mini tangent here, okay? If you're Mexican and you took a Spanish class, and I'm talking about like, at least my high school, we had like different Spanish classes. We had like a Spanish for Spanish speakers, or like AP Spanish. Man, AP Spanish was lit as hell, y'all. Hey, if you can relate, put in the comments down below, because man, everybody spoke Spanish in there, even the teachers. So Spanish, I don't know, like, especially in Mexican Spanish, we got like our own lingo, you know what I'm saying? Like we say things, but like we got a lot of inside jokes within the culture. So it's kind of funny to see like everybody speaking Spanish and just kind of like, I don't know, just everybody like getting along, you know what I mean?
It would be a little vibe. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably my favorite class in high school. Like, we were literally just like bullshit all day, you know what I mean? Like, because we already knew Spanish. So like, what is there to learn? Like, yeah, we learned about the culture.
But I'm just yapping, man. Damn, bro. Hold on. Why am I yapping so much? All right, my fault, you guys. But what I'm trying to say is that Spanish class gets down. The key takeaway from this is Spanish class gets down. Hey, but real quick though, if me and my homie were ever in a situation like this, shoot, man, if we were ever in a situation like this, man, this is how this shit will go down, man. This is how it will go down. Look.
Hey, Mrs. Brown, what about the homework from last night?
Yes, thank you for reminding me, Wade. All right, class, listen up. Make sure you turn in your homework from last night, okay?
Ay, ¿por qué le dijo a la maestra ni hice la tarea? También, bro, se me olvidó la tarea. Y también la maestra se le olvidó también. Pero eso, Wade, nomás tiene que decir algo.
Hey!
Yeah?
Last time I checked, this is AP Calculus and not AP Spanish. Why are you guys speaking Spanish in my classroom?
Oh, well, why not?
Excuse me?
Well, why can't we speak Spanish in class? I mean, it's our first language, so.
Because it is disrespectful to me, and not only me, but to everybody else in this classroom.
Disrespectful? How is that disrespectful?
Because you are talking in this like secret code language that none of us here understand besides you two.
How is that our fault?
Like I said, I don't want to hear any more Spanish in this classroom, okay? And I'm sure the whole class can agree, right, class?
No, not really.
Really?
See, literally everybody in the class does not care, Miss Brown, so why are you tripping?
Listen, no more of that, and that is final, okay?
Es porque tu esposo te dejó por una latina, ¿verdad? La neta no lo culpo, bro, porque imagínate viviendo con ella. No, eso no quieren.
What did you two just say? See, this is what I'm talking about. You two are talking about me behind my back, and I have no idea what you're saying, but luckily for me, I actually know a little bit of Spanish because I heard the word Karen.
I mean, you understood the only word that wasn't even in Spanish, so do you even know any? Okay, anyway, look, we're not gonna stop speaking Spanish because it's our language and it's our culture, okay? And if you got a problem with that, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, you know, because we're not gonna stop speaking Spanish. So
I have had enough of this, okay? Like I said, no more of that in my classroom starting today, okay? I feel like I'm having deja vu when I went to that American restaurant and the waiter had a Mexican accent.
Did you just say deja vu?
Yes, I did. Why?
Hold on, so you can speak French in class, but we can't speak Spanish? Like, how does that make sense?
Okay, well, that's different.
How is that different?
Because French actually sounds more elegant than Spanish, okay? Like I said, no more of that in this classroom.
Everyone's favorite principal is here. How's it going?
We're gonna say that.
Mrs. Brown!
All right, guys, that's gonna be the video for today. If you guys did enjoy it, it would really mean a lot to me if you guys dropped a sub down below, a little like, you know what I'm saying, and a comment, you know, just a little comment, you know what I'm saying. I don't know, what are your thoughts on this? Actually, I really want to know your guys' thoughts on this, because my opinion, I mean, as a Mexican myself, I feel it, you know what I mean. Like I've been in situations where like I'm in a room where there's a bunch of like American people or people that don't speak Spanish, and then I start speaking Spanish with one of my homies, homies or if I'm with like my family, and then we just get looked at differently, you know what I mean? And it's a very unusual feeling. It's like it feels like all the eyes are on you, you know. But at the end of the day, you just gotta remember, like, man, it's who you are, it's your culture. So like, like, if you're watching this like, and you're like Mexican or you're like Hispanic, you know what I mean? Like, don't feel ashamed to speak Spanish because it's who you are, you know. It's your culture, man. So hey, but I'm gonna drop one of these on that teacher, a fat big old L on that teacher, man. She ain't with it, and I'm gonna drop a fat W to those two girls, man. Those two homegirls, they really held it down, for real. They really represented us there, I'm not gonna lie, for real, man. Shout out to those homegirls for holding it down, because like my boy Future said, man, hey, pull up what Future said, pull it up.
It's an evil world we live in.
I love you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.